Howdy. So I told you guys in the last video that I had ordered a new Honda lawnmower and I would show it to you, so that's what I'm gonna do today. So hold on. So a lot of people are gonna say, Doc, why are you talking about a rotary mower? Aren't you a real mower guy? Yes, but I've had several requests for people about a rotary mower that cuts low, number one, and number two, I need a rotary mower down here at the beach house because I cannot use a real mower all the time because this place is infested with oyster shells and we have a lot of rocks. So if I want to get down and cut real low and start doing some scalping or whatever, or if I want to go out back, there's a time and a place that I need a real good quality or a rotary mower. So if you notice, we had the COVID mower out here, which is that cheap Boland's for about 170 bucks. It started making some weird noises last year, last time I used it. So I decided to go ahead and order this Honda. Now this Honda is not cheap. It's a very good quality unit. This is a self-propelled, it has a self-drive. It's a 21-inch cut. It has the dual blades on it. And it has the selection, the automatic selection for whether you want a bag or whether you want a mulch. Those are the two. It's a rear discharge. It'll run you probably in the 600s, close to 700 if you can find it on sale. I actually ordered this at Lowe's. I'll put a link to it if I can find it. And I got a 10% military discount, so that dropped it down about 70 bucks. But remember, I told you in one of my last videos, December is a good time, especially with all these supply shortages. Now is a great time if you're looking at something. Not everybody wants to spend $2,000 on a real mower, and that's really where you need to be probably for a real mower too. So this is a very well built piece of machinery, I will say. My lawn guy actually bought one of these last year, loves it. So that's one of the reasons why I bought it. I'll take it out, I'll cut out back for you, and I'll show you this thing. But I wanted a mower, like a lot of you guys do, that will cut low. This thing will cut 3/4 of an inch. Now I dropped it down to the second to lowest setting and I was cutting a true 1 inch. If I dropped it down one more setting, which is about 1/4 of an inch, I'm going to be able to true 3/4 inch cut. Really perform well. It's got a GCV 200 engine on it from Honda. I put gas in it, one little pull, two little pulls. It started from the factory, and every time I use it, it's just a teeny little pull. The thing starts right up. So what I'll do today is I'll walk you around the unit. I'll show it to you, and then I'll take out back and we'll do some cutting. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the Bermuda Lawn Guide is coming out. So make sure you're on our email list. You can, if you're on your TV, you can click this QR code and that'll take you to the email sign up, because I got the Bermuda Lawn Guide, I got a Zoysia Lawn Guide, I got a bunch of different stuff coming up, and we are going to do one giveaway this year, but we're only going to do it through our email list. So make sure you're on that email list. Let's go. Now, before I take you out back, one thing I did want to do, I told you guys I was going to do a winter weed killing video. So one thing I did today, I had to go buy some plants for the front of the beach house. So I went shopping today for you guys, not for me. And I bought just about every hose and over-the-counter spray that you can buy. And what I'm going to do in the next video is I am going to go over these and how you can effectively use those to kill winter weeds. So again, hit subscribe. I'll go over this in the next video, killing winter weeds. That's the next one. I have not read the owner's manual on this, so I am not going to be able to give an in-depth review. I'll just give my first general impressions about it. I like it. Put the oil, came with the bottle of oil, put the oil in it, put some gas in it, and gave it a pull. Started on the second pull from the factory. Large 8-inch wheels. Each of the wheels is independently adjustable, which I like. This unit right here, this has the select drive system, so you can change how fast you want to go. So this is a drive unit. Blade control, push that to start it. Bagger system. Let me show you this real quick if I can with one hand. So you either bag or mulch, and basically what that does, is that shuts this little door right here. So I'm going to bag today, simply because I do have a lot of leaves in here. And this is that perennial rye that we planted last month. I told you guys in the last video I was going to order some green shocker. I got some green shocker in, so I'm going to go ahead and put green shocker out on this. Again, fast release. I'll water it in. I'm done. Come out every 2 weeks and put a light coat. That's all this stuff needs. Why did I get this mower? I needed a mower that I could use on the front and the back, a rotary mower, but I needed one that would cut really low. I mean, at least an inch, if not lower. This thing says it will cut down to 3/4 of an inch. I believe it will. It has a 2-blade system on it. So let me show you the 2-blade system up in here real quick. You can see it has that double blade system that most of your mowers are coming with now. I did not put it on the lowest cut setting. I put it on number 2. And I can go to 1.5. Let's try 1.5. Say that takes me to about almost exactly 1 inch. So I would say it's pretty true there. Pretty true. So let me explain real quick. Number one, someone was asking about this. This is a French drain full of rocks. I come back with a weed eater. We'll trim it with a weed eater, but let me show you the handle design on this. So you pull this to actually start it and hold it while you start it. Then you push this to make the wheels drive. Now watch what happens when I turn this. See how it comes out? So all it's really doing is it's just moving this, giving you more engagement on that. I have it almost all the way to minimum, and it's very comfortable. Man, she cuts nice. Really nice. Okay, so I got my green shocker in yesterday, UPS. Of course, I linked below to everything I talk about, but there's the bag of green shocker. And it is, the particles are the size of salt. And as soon as they get wet, within 30 seconds, they dissolve and they go right into the soil and they immediately feed. There is no slow release property to this. That's why we do light coat, light coat, light coat. It's instant. So I'm just going to use my hand spreader. And this is what it looks like. Again, it's so fine. It's actually, some of the particles are smaller than salt, and as soon as they get wet, right into the soil. So right now what I'm doing is anything that is, we have pretty mild temperatures here right now, and what I'm doing, anything that is a leafy green plant, I'm putting down a little bit of green shocker and then I'm hitting it with super juice. And let me give you a little tip. First, let me show you the plants. As you know, we had a big zinnia garden. I'm getting ready to pull out the zinnias. This morning I went over to Home Depot and I bought these oleanders. These are variegated. This is a variegated and it has pink flowers, and these will look really nice out front. So we're going to replace all those zinnias with these oleanders. The dogs are not near them. Oleander is poisonous to dogs. We had to pull them out of the back, and that's a Southern Living. It's called the Twist of Pink. It's a cool plant. But let me give you one tip. I'm hitting these plants down here with a little bit of super juice and a little bit of the green shocker. And let me show you a tip on the super juice. So I'm in the dungeon. I actually have a dehumidifier running down here in the basement, and you can see all the lawn care stuff I've got. But I take my super juice for the winter time. I take my super juice and I actually take it out of the main bag. And what I do is I actually put it into Ziplocs. So I have 3 of these Ziploc bags full of dry super juice, and it keeps it perfect. It'll stay like this for years. So if you have super juice sitting in your garage, take it out of the big bag and divide it up into 2 or 3 of these Ziploc bags, and man, it just stores perfectly. But I just put about a cup into some water. I spray it and hit it with a little bit of green shocker right now. I'm doing that on the bamboo and any of my plants that I've recently planted that are leafy greens. We have pansies and winter cabbage we're getting ready to plant down here. And the same thing, I'm hitting them in the same way. All I'm doing is I'm doing a little bit of green shocker on the soil and then hit it with the super juice spray. See how nice it looks? I went by Home Depot today. I bought some more stain so I could stain this to match that fence. But man, besides the pea spots, now I have reseeded all these pea spots, by the way. Hey Linda, Linda's coming down. But man, that looks so good for the winter time for the girls to come out here and chase their squirrels and pea. We've done some replantings out here. So we've pulled out a lot of these wildflowers, and we got these, what are these called? This is called a northern something fir. I really like these. We got a few of these plants back here. And then in one of my last videos I showed you we planted this clumping bamboo, and it's doing really well. Again, I'm just tossing down a little bit of green shocker, hit it with the super juice, and leave it. It's still actively growing because we're still in the 70s down here. This Saturday it's supposed to almost hit 80. Crazy. So back up at the other house, everything's dead. Here, stuff is still growing. So because I don't want to put down any long-term fertilizers, it's a good place, even in my gardens. If I have those leafy plants, I'm hitting it with a little bit of green shocker, then spray it with super juice, water it, leave it. Same thing back here. I applied the green shocker, and then early this morning I watered it. I'm getting ready to water it again, just get it into the ground. Great. Anyways, guys, don't forget, really like this Honda, hit the subscribe button, and my next video is going to be killing winter weeds. What are you girls doing? What are you doing? Show them your bark collar. See, I have a little bark collar on now. Linda has a bark collar because she likes to bark at the birdies and the dogs going by. Hi, baby. Hi, sweetie. And there's the fat Jack Russell walking along the path we put in. So, gardens look nice. Everything's looking great. Talk to you later. Duh.